Hey guys, it's Barbara here with Sprout Marketing, and it is Q&A Wednesday. Now I have to tell you, today's question comes from somebody that chose to be anonymous, and maybe you can see why. Listen to what she asked. She says, "Hey Barbara, I need some serious help. I manage a community that is over 300 units. Wow. Although I come to work early and often stay late, I constantly feel overwhelmed. Sometimes I find myself sitting at my desk immobilized, not sure of what I should tackle next. Why can't I seem to get ahead? Please help." Signed, Overwhelmed. So, dear Overwhelmed, you are not alone. So many people today feel overwhelmed to the point of literally being immobilized. And here's what often happens. You have so many things that are just floating around in your brain, and you replay it over and over like a tired old playlist. But see, instead of shutting it down or pressing pause, you replay everything so often because you're so scared that you're going to drop the ball on something. But here's the problem. You will eventually fry that poor playlist, and so we don't want to do that. Remember, inner chaos, it breeds outer chaos. So if you start seeing that things are falling around all around you, maybe it's that there's too much going on up there. So what we have to do is create some brain white space. And a couple of months ago, I attended a seminar and picked up a trick that I really like, and we've kind of put a twist on it so that it'll suit you particularly, and we like to call it the brain drain exercise. So here's what you do. It's a great way to start your week. If you're the kind of person that likes to hit the road or hit the ground running on Monday, I would recommend doing this Sunday evening. It really ensures that you'll get a good night's sleep on Sunday and be ready to start your week on Monday. So what you need to do is get a big piece of paper or whiteboard. For some of you, it's going to need to be a really big piece of paper. And I want you to write down every single thing in your brain that keeps you up at night. Don't worry about limiting it to just job-related topics. I want you to get everything on paper, from big projects to small tasks to things that are just on your wish list. Everything. It can be that you're thinking about doing your taxes, you need to send a thank you note to so-and-so, whatever it is, from the littlest thing to the biggest thing. Now, the very first time that you do this, it might take you a while. I know when I did it for the first time, it took me about an hour and a half. Then once it became part of my routine, it was a lot quicker. So take as much time as you need for the very first time. So go ahead and do it right now. Take out your piece of paper. Okay, number 2 is I want you to look at your list with a very critical eye. And this is where we get to kind of have some fun. We start eliminating. So we're going to cross out 2 types of things on our list. The very first thing is cross out things that you have zero control over. So maybe there's something on your community like your access gates are broken, or you want to get your pool refinished, or whatever it is, but you know that there's no money in the budget and you have zero control over this. Cross it off your list. There's no need to have it on there. The second thing is I want you to take off of your list things that you really don't want to do, but for some reason you feel guilty about it. Us as women, we're so guilty of things like that. Oh, I should sit on this committee, or I should do this, or I should volunteer here. If you're not passionate about it and it's something that's just making you feel guilty, take out that red pen and cross it out. So be ruthless. At this point, your list should start to shrink. This is where we really start to break it down. For everything that has made it on the big list and it remains and is not crossed out, now I want you to make kind of some timelines and determine and kind of make compartments. Things that need to be done this week, then things that need to be done within the month, and then things that you have a little bit more leeway with that need to just be done within the quarter. And then finally, your last section is going to be things that just need to be done within the year. And so that's a little bit of a broader spectrum. And now what I want you to do is to work in reverse. Determine how much time each task is going to realistically take. For example, you might have a report that's due every single Friday to your supervisor at noon, and it takes you about 2 hours to get all the details and compile this report. So your goal in your mind is to have this report done maybe Thursday at 5 o'clock, just in case there's something that goes wrong. So you're going to need to set aside a solid 2 hours before Thursday at 5 to make sure that you have met your deadline. So the 5th thing is to actually schedule it. If you don't schedule it, it's not real. So if you just have these ideas, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, until it's down on paper, on your calendar, it's not real. So don't just schedule your due date. We make that mistake a lot. We write down our deadlines. actually schedule the time that it's going to take you to complete a task. By doing this each week, you're going to have a very lean and mean list of manageable tasks. Think of it this way. I heard this once and I really relate it very well to what we do. There is no manager that I know that would let somebody rent an apartment at their community and they just wouldn't charge them rent, right? None of us would do that. So then why is it that we so often rent space in our brain for free? It doesn't make sense, right? If a task is not important to our big picture, or if it's not part of something that we're passionate about, do not even allow it to start moving into your mind. Put up a no vacancy, sign. We are at 100% occupancy up here. So only take that sign down when something comes up that you truly love, something that you're truly passionate about, or something that maybe isn't so fun, but it's necessary to your overall success. And here's the thing, it's something that we're going to have to check weekly, because if you start to feel that nagging feeling of overwhelm creeping back in, ask yourself, am I renting space for free? And if you are, it's time to go back to the drawing board. So, dear overwhelmed, this is a place for you to start. Check yourself, do the brain drain, and I know that you're going to feel better. And guys, remember, our ideas and different marketing tips are always sprouting. So check us out, follow us, stay connected. We love to hear from you.